Menendez is up my ass this week. It's fucking incredible. So he starts off, he does an extra show on Wednesday, or no, this was the Tuesday show. The show on Wednesday was with Brent Hatley. The Tuesday show, he had a little space in between the guests. Mm-hmm. And he decides he wants to talk about how somebody doxed Nikki B, which is one of his moderators. And he's very upset about this person who doxed Nikki B, and apparently they're calling her bad names, which is terrible. And John is going to be the tough guy here and stick up for Nikki B.
Bully me, you mother... You know where I live. You know where I hang out, at Pickwick Pub in Woodland Hills. You want to bully somebody? You come bully me. We'll see how that works out for you. Stick to me.
Adam Goldstein says, Nikki B, where the B stands for cunt. well played, my friend.
Played.
Well, Adam Goldstein.info. So John's going, he just explained where he hangs out. He just told everybody, and he's telling people to bully him, which I don't know if that's the best move to make, but that's what he did.
Guys, I gotta go.
And then his other moderator is Hockey Puck, and he fucking throws him under the bus.
You want to bully Sean Hockey Can at 25? Bully him.
Whoa.
He's a guy. He can handle it.
Let's meet you and him fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love that. He's like, yeah, why don't you fucking dox Hockey Puck over here? And he's like, what did I do? Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, wow.
So that was fun. Okay, let's get into the meat of this episode. And this is time to buy some boots to shake it, everybody.
Another person, I won't mention the person's name, although I know where he lives and I know who he is, has now committed libel and slander against me on his show. I have talked to my attorney, the great Michael Popok. You, my friend, will be seeing a lawsuit coming down the pike for making up an egregious lie that could hurt me financially by actually having the audacity to lie and say that I was fired from Stephanie Miller because I was a drunk.
Wow.
I've never seen Chris laugh so hard.
Oh.
Also, audacity and rudeness.
The guy who spends multiple hours a week drinking live on the internet is upset. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Well, you just committed libel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now you'll be hearing from the attorney. I think what producer Chris was laughing at is he goes, I know where you live and I know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, I know the exact house. I just don't know which one in the house is this person who did this.
Well, he's pro-doxing sometimes and anti-doxing other times. Yeah,
dude, I have a fucking example of that. So he goes on Beer on the Balcony. And this is Friday night. And he forgot to make it a private video.
Of course. Yeah.
So, anyway. I'm going to pause this throughout the clip, but this is just so fucking funny.
You know, I get these trolls, like, they try and hate on me for so many things. And I don't really give a shit. Once in a while, Sean will tell me and he don't even go on there anymore, but if he does, goof on me all you want, but there are certain things that when you say, now the trolls, believe me, I'm working on finding them, and believe me, it's coming down. I should know the names of the recent ones by Monday.
Wait a second. He doesn't care if you troll him. He can take jokes. It's not a big deal, but he's going to find out your name by Monday.
Wow.
Okay, now it goes even further.
And do you hear that, Yuri Kremlin? That I will know where you live by Monday.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I am not an attorney. Is that a threat?
He's sending merch to them.
Oh, maybe he's sending them autographed t-shirts.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound a lot like a threat? I will find out who you are, and I will find out where you live. What are you going to do with that information, John? You will find out.
Yeah. That at the very least, that's some legal gray area. That's some murky
ominous.
shit. Yeah.
Especially right after he said, I don't care if you troll me. I don't even pay attention to trolls. Hockey Puck doesn't pay attention to trolls.
Yeah.
However, what we are doing is employing a private investigator to find out where you live.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't mind. Fucking say all the shit you want.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so confusing. Patrick Michael makes more sense than this guy.
But there are, you know, there are repercussions for when you lie and say things that are not true.
Oh.
For
Because
instance,
Santa's listening.
saying that I could only see my kids with adult supervision. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay. So I'm going to point something out, John. And I've never said that. I don't know anything about your family situation.
Yeah.
But you should have ended that thought right there. Instead, he goes on to say this.
I've taken my kids on vacations, just me and them, everywhere. I seen my kids at least once or twice a week with just me and my kids. But they lie. And then you have this loser in rock.
All right, I'll get back to that. So, Crouch, if someone said to you, you're not even allowed to see your kids, you would just go, well, that's not true.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go, I get them on Tuesdays.
That's right. Every other Thursday.
Every other Thursday.
I'm allowed to take them to the Burger King and back home.
I know. It's like, I feel like you're giving too many details, John. It makes you sound like maybe you're guilty.
Yeah.
And this is why people troll you.
Yeah.
And you have this loser in Rochester who decided to finally make the key mistake by actually saying that I was fired from a show, which I wasn't, for being drunk, which is now a defamation of character, libel, and slander.
Oh.
And guess what, you fuckface? I got enough money to pay attorneys all day, and I got good ones.
So another thing, he's projecting. He's projecting I'm going to be like, you don't have money for attorneys. No, I do have money for attorneys. Well, who would say that? And by the way, I do have money.
Got good ones. Winning attorneys. So you better save your fucking shekels.
They don't just lose.
'Cause I'm coming after you, you prick. Don't make lies like that. You know why? Because they're untrue.
He knows his vocabulary.
Yeah, man. I shouldn't make lies that are untrue.
What a
And it's a
fuck.
defamation of character. And it could affect my work in the future. And those are the damages. Because if you hurt me from getting hired because you're fucking lying, you got a problem. And I look forward to that case.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah, we all do.
We all do. Okay, so that was from Friday night.
Holy
Skip back to Tuesday.
fuck.
I know.
man.
Skip back to Tuesday.
But he doesn't care.
He doesn't. Well,
he doesn't
no, he was waiting for me to slip up
Oh.
and say something he could sue
That was
me
the
on.
key mistake.
Yeah.
Key mistake.
He laid out a trap. He's playing 4D chess, Carl.
Sure is. First, I took down the dotard, and now I'm taking down the K-tard. We've underestimated this man. Producer Chris, we've underestimated him. Quick, abort, hit eject.
Well, he does have your number. You are a fuckface.
You know.
Fair enough.
I quit, Stephanie Miller. That's the first thing. I quit. I wasn't fired. I was never fired.
So I am going to clear the air on this. I do have clips of him explaining what happened with Stephanie Miller. In fact, John's bony arms on Twitter sent me the June 25th, 2019 episode where he talks all about the Stephanie Miller show. So we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll figure out what actually happened because what I said was not correct.
Secondly, I have never, ever drank ever on the job.
I mean, that sounds fair.
Okay. All right. So this goes on for a while. He's talking about, specifically in episode 252, the curse of Silverthorn. Now, I have since edited this out of the show because if I've said something that's incorrect and it could cause harm, I wouldn't want that to still be on the show.
No. Oh, sorry.
However, I was joking. It was a joke. This is a comedy show where we tell jokes about public people. And this is proof that it was a joke.
By you saying that, you admitted before you said it that it was libelous and slanderous. Yet you still said it. And now I have tape of it. And you are going to get sued. And you don't even think it's not going to happen. And don't think I don't have the money to make that happen, because you're very wrong when it comes to that.
Again with this bullshit.
I know.
Dude, you can't pay your gas bill. You're begging people online for single dollars.
You were borrowing your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
You're upset that YouTube can't send you $15 twice a month.
You can't flush your toilet.
You don't flush your fucking toilet, for God's sake.
So the fact that he even admitted it was libel and slander. I know the definitions of libel and slander, so the fact that I set up the joke with, I don't want to be libelous or slanderous, but blah, 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 proves that it was a joke. That's how you know it's a joke, because it means a lie. And I know that it would have been slander, not libel, you fucking moron. Figure it out. You still don't know the difference. Ask your attorney.
Yeah.
He'll charge you a certain amount of money to return your email, but you got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do you set up a joke?
Yeah, I know. This is lost on him. I don't do a political show, asshole. This is a comedy show where we goof on people. Anyway, let's get back to this.
All you know is the bullshit that you want to spew and the hatred that you want to spew. But now it's going to bite you in the ass, because now I got you. You said something that I don't mind. You could goof on my stuttering, goof on that at one time in my life I had cockroaches that were probably one of the boxes.
God.
You can goof on those things.
One time in his life, he had cockroaches.
Can I just point out, so he keeps using the word hatred.
Yes.
When you listen to WATP, it's us assholes laughing. When you listen to his show, it is pure hatred. He's like accusing you of being full of hate, and his whole show is, fuck this motherfucker, I'm going to sue the fuck out of him, that son of a bitch.
Well, good point. I have been called a smile talker, so there's not a lot of hatred going on over here. Also, he pretends that we're goofing on him for his stutter.
Yeah,
We're goofing on him for being a talentless hack.
Yeah.
And when we first goofed on him, he wanted to sue us then, and his co-host Royce was like, well, they're allowed to play clips. They can't play clips of my show. Meanwhile, he's playing clips of the Howard Stern show, and he thinks he has the right to do it, but we don't have the right to do it. I think what he's upset about is that he has zero talent, and this Mr. Magooing into lucrative jobs has ended for him.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem actually is.
Yeah, of course.
We make fun of your stutter, and that's not the main fucking factor.
Yeah.
That's not our main focus for this stuff. All right.
You think you could get away with that without having legal ramifications? You're out of your fucking mind. So just keep in mind, it's coming down the pike.
Holy shit, this guy.
He's so angry.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
There's a lot of hatred there. All right, let's see what else he says.
And you know who you are. And that show better get deleted immediately. Immediately. Because I know you're watching. And believe me, Michael Popok has the tape. We know it.
Then what's the difference?
Yeah.
And he's the one who said, yep, you could sue. You could sue.
Oh, an attorney said you could sue? That's like asking your dentist, hey, should I get should I get some fillings?
Yeah, can I get some implants? Caps?
Should I have my wisdom teeth removed? Yes. Yes, you should. Thank you for asking. Yes. Can we sue this guy? Yeah. I'm going to charge you whether we win or not.
I'm a professional sewer.
Yes, that's what I do for a living, of course. I would be more than happy to sue this person for this. All right, so let's find out why what I did was so egregious.
When you lie about somebody's work ethic and call them a drunk and say that is why they get fired, when it is 100% false, you, my friend, have committed a crime. And the crime is you've slandered, you've libeled me, you've lied about me and my work ethic. And if hey, I know you have a lot of Patreon followers. Maybe some of them could be employers, future employers. I don't know.
So his argument is,
Here's my resume.
there could be an executive from Netflix
Yeah.
who follows us on Patreon.
Yeah.
and he won't get the job because I lied about him. Not because he's proven to have zero talent, and every clip I've played has proven that he has zero talent. That wouldn't be the reason. Not because on his resume it says he has experience with Cool Edit Pro. That's not why he's not getting a job. It's because I once said that he drinks a lot.
Yeah.
Is that the fucking dumbest thing you've ever heard?
I mean, yeah, anyone that would be interested in hiring him puts his name in Google. Anywhere they look is him just being terrible at whatever he's trying to do, whether it's telling jokes on Twitter, making videos, podcasts, etc. Like, we're the ones talking about you, John, and we're the only ones.
I know. Even in his own chat room, no one's talking about John. They're saying hi to each other.
Yeah, no shit.
This is funny because this is pretty much him saying, my mom said you're not a good friend.
You know what my attorney called a moon, where I am a sun. I emit my own light. Your light has to be taken from me. You receive your light from me because just like any troll, they're moons. They're moons because they don't have the talent to emit their own light. They have to get it from others.
Is he talking about your ass?
You know what my accountant said? My accountant said that I'm like rubber and he's like glue. So whatever he says.
I fucking love that Stuttering John is frosting at the mouth yelling and then going on about love and light. No, because I'm a light. I'm a sun emitting happiness among the fucking world.
Dude, he's so talented. He does a show 3 days a week where he bashes a guy who's no longer the president with other people who are deranged. It's the only way he's able to get viewers on his show, and yet he's the talented one.
Yeah.
Congratulations, John. And let's see. What's going to happen with this lawsuit, guys?
So you mark my words, brother. Coming down the pike. Have your address. Talk to my attorney at length. Sending him the retainer. And we're going after you.
Yep.
Because you committed
There it is.
a libelous and slanderous thing against me. And you will be punished. And I will win. Oh, I will win. Trust me.
Who mentions in their threat to sue you that they will be paying the retainer of their attorney?
Yeah.
Who's ever said that before? Look out! I'm going to pay his retainer this time.
Yeah, that was the key right there. He told me I was going to win, and then he gave me a bill.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, he buttered you up and then charged you for the privilege.
So
Congratulations.
John used to have an attorney named Vince who was a co-host on his show for a little while. I've been in contact with Vince. We're going to do a show this week. I'm gonna have a little video chat with Vince. So
A bonus show?
yeah, well, I'll put it out there for free.
Oh, okay.
I want everyone to see it, but yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just to get his take.
So it's on the Patreon for everyone to see,
Just
right?
yeah, just to get his take on all of this. Now, I do want to say, John, or Hockey Puck, or Nikki, whoever's listening to this, I know that you're a fan of Star Wars. So I will say, if you strike me down, John, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Go ahead and look up Maddox versus Dick Masterson, the original LOL suit from the internet. See what happens when a public figure tries to bring a lawsuit against someone for talking shit about them. It does not go well. You will lose money, and I will gain notoriety. I got emails from Radio Inc. coming into my inbox asking about this lawsuit already. This is going to be a much bigger deal than you want it to be because everyone's going to be like, what's this? Who are these podcasts show? Why? What are they saying? Oh, they're saying John's a buffoon? I might want to check this out.
What?
What? Why are you drawing so much attention to us, John?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead and serve it because I haven't talked to an attorney about this and that this is probably a really bad idea. But I did look up the definition of defamation when you have a public figure involved in it. 3 things have to be proven, and this is all on John and his attorney to do this.
Yeah.
One is that what was said or written was false. So I said he was fired. I said he was fired for drinking. That is false. It was a joke, but okay, they got that. The second is the person who wrote or spoke falsehoods against you did it with intention of harm. Unlike you, John, I do a comedy show. I was making a joke There is no intention of harm. I want you to get employed because that's how I make my living when you have a show. Do you not understand that? I don't want to, it's like when Patrick Michael, you just want me to quit? No. I don't want anyone to quit who I make fun of. I'm glad Brett Hatley's doing a new show. Like, keep it going. Keep the content coming, people.
And who talks about you more than WATP?
Right. That would be suicide.
Yeah.
I'd be throwing out the baby with the bathwater if I was like, I want John off the internet. That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
Makes no sense at all. And then the final thing, the third thing, they must prove that harm was actually occurred. So this will be impossible because it's not like John was getting hired by all these media companies.
Yeah.
You know, CNN was banging on his door to be a correspondent, and then they heard WATP, and now they want nothing to do
You hurt
with
my
it.
feelings.
Well, you told a joke that he used to drink 15 years ago. Currently, he does a show where he drinks live on the internet. You can watch him get fucking plastered every single week.
I know, John. Oh, Johnny. So then he has Brent on his show, and he tells Brent that he's suing me.
And I don't mind people hating on me, but what I do mind is when they say things that are a defamation of character, and that's when I get my lawyer involved. And people think, oh, John doesn't have money to. Well, yes, I do. I have plenty of money to freaking defend my rights and my name. And when you're going to start making up bullshit, then and that's one of the shows that you're doing it coming up. I'm surprised you're doing it because the guy's a real douche.
Well, we had Brent on the show. He was awesome.
Yeah.
And we used to have a channel. Well, we have a channel in the Discord dedicated to Brent. I have a feeling that's going to go away. This is what you should have done years ago when I invited you on the show, is come on, show that you have a sense of humor about yourself, and we could have figured this all out, but you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And you can't figure it out.
Just, not that I know Stuttering John or I've ever met him, but I know him, and I've worked with him, and I've had him in my family.
Yep.
When that microphone turns off, he sounds the same.
Yes.
He keeps saying the same things over and over again.
Right.
He's been saying that all day to his cold, empty, lifeless apartment. He'll be saying that later on tonight to his fucking pile of empty beer cans.
He'll be telling the dead hooker in his bathtub,
Yeah.
oh, that's defamation!
Oh.
I've never killed a hooker!
You need to find a way to hate without defamation of character.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh,
That was a joke. I don't think there's a dead hooker in John's apartment.
John couldn't attract a hooker.
He'd
Come
be
on.
embarrassed to show a hooker his apartment.
No, he wouldn't.
All right, let's rewind back to June 25th, 2019, when the Stuttering John show with his co-host Royce were talking about Stephanie Miller and the falling out they had. I pulled this clip just because I found it interesting. John has talked about what a toxic work environment it was at Howard Stern and how Howard Stern was a terrible person, worse than Ellen DeGeneres. He told him that he should abort his first child.
Oh my God, are you serious?
The things that
That's so terrible.
Howard Stern said to John were brutal. And then he says this.
Well, now she was just, I got to say, the most difficult boss out of all the bosses I ever had, not Howard Stern, not Jack Cohen, the head writer of The Tonight Show, certainly not Jay Leno. He was the best boss ever. The most difficult boss I've ever had in my life was Stephanie Miller. I know this is going to get John Fugel saying ain't going to want to hear this, and Hal Sparks wouldn't give a shit. But she was so crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Now we got to get to the bottom because in my joke, I said he was fired. He quit.
Yeah.
He was not fired. And let's figure out why he quit. I'm going to go through 4 things that got him to quit.
Okay.
So he's talking about emails that would come into the show that Stephanie Miller would get about John's on-air performance. Okay.
Okay.
25 emails. Some of them duplicates, or some from the same people. So it's like 10 people saying that I sucked on the air on the Stephanie Miller show. And she would give them to me and say, try and improve. And I would just be like, are you fucking kidding me?
John, that means she agreed.
Yeah.
That means she agreed with the emails and was trying to give you some advice on how you could be better.
Yeah.
Because Royce after that goes, oh, you're going to listen, you're going to take notes from the listeners? Like, no, the host gave you that note.
Yep.
The host forwarded that note to you because they thought it was important that you read that and process it.
That wasn't an accident.
So the host, Stephanie Miller, didn't think he was good on air. All right, what else was he bad at?
And when I would print out her prep, she would go, don't print out these pictures. And I'm like, well, the picture's a visual aid for this stuff. Like you need it kind of. You could show the picture.
Sure.
And she'd get mad, And then if like it printed and there would be like one paper that didn't get anything, like an extra page printed, why are you fucking this printer up? Like get all crazy.
So he wasn't able to print the prep correctly.
Yeah.
And if I'm understanding this, and I'm making this up based on what I've just heard, I'm guessing John is printing web pages that are formatted not for a printer.
Correct.
So you got these images and these banner ads and all this fucking nonsense, and it's hard to read and it's cut off and you got to pull out the next sheet instead of copying the article and then putting that in a document that you can print easily. Or there could be on a lot of these sites, print this article functions that'll pull out a PDF very easily for you.
You've got a boss who's an on-air personality. They need text formatted a certain way to operate on the air. You know what I mean? Your job as a producer is to provide it in that format.
And let's say Stephanie's an idiot and she should have had these images. She didn't want them.
Yeah.
She was giving you notes on what she wanted. This is the way she operates. You work for her.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else.
She took me off the board, and the board was difficult because it was like, it's not like a regular radio board. It's like, she's got like she has Sirius, and then she's got some paid stations, and you have to hit a button, and then 3 seconds later, hit another button. Then you got to do the research. Then you got to work all the commercials. It was a lot of fucking, juggling, All
right. So far, he's been fired from being on air.
Yeah.
He's been fired from doing prep.
Yep.
He's been fired from working the board.
Yeah, which he cannot do.
What
He
else?
admitted he can't handle.
What else?
And then I was just a producer, and then she started getting irritated, by my talking. So then I was just doing her happy hour show, booking a guest, and then I booked her a name she didn't know, who's a famous person, and I booked, I'm gonna blank. Glozell Green, who has 1 billion YouTube downloads, has millions of Twitter followers, millions of YouTube subscribers. And Stephanie was like, who the fuck is Vanessa Rumbles? Not Vanessa Rumbles. Who the fuck is Glozell Green? I don't know this person. Why are you booking it? I go, Stephanie, I quit. I'm done.
So every job she gave you, you failed at.
Yeah.
But you quit. Okay. All right. Listen,
Yeah.
I agree. I wasn't there. John says he quit. He quit. I'm just saying she didn't like anything that he did.
Yeah.
Every job she gave him, he failed at.
Imagine someone's describing their job to you, and they're like, and my boss kept giving me less and less and less responsibility every time. I'm like, well, yeah.
She was trying to figure out a way to use you, and you couldn't do anything that she needed.
Couldn't fucking hack it.
All right. I want to back up real quick to this Brent Hatley interview that he did, because John's insecurity shines through in the questions that he asks.
Yeah.
Brent, like this.
Well, wow, this is a lot of fun, Brent. I didn't know, I didn't know what to expect because, I get so many trolls, and I'm like, all right, is this going to be where he's going to come on and go, fuck you, John, you asshole?
He thought his guest was going to come on and tell him he sucked. Could you imagine being that insecure? Like if Nick Bailey had come on just now and be like, yeah, I don't even care about Smartless. Carl, you fucking suck at your job and go fuck yourself.
Wow.
I don't even consider that. That's all John's thinking. My guest might tell me I suck at shit.
Wow. That's really telling.
It is, isn't it? That jumped out of me.
He sits down at a first date and is like, I'm amazed you showed up. I thought you were going to stand me up. And then I'm amazed
you never Googled Stuttering John's feet pic, did you? Because I've trimmed my toenails since then.
Yeah.
And I can afford this meal.
Yeah.
I can afford Red Lobster. I thought that you would be able to afford. I can. I
but no appetizers.
That's on you. This guy's the best. Oh, I can't wait for this lawsuit. I'm going to be like fucking Opie with a Zoom recorder in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Producer Chris will be next to me hammering on the table. What did he just say? Oh, God.
Can we get more drinks over here?
Producer Chris is ordering us another round.
Yeah.
We got to do a shot of tequila every time he stutters. Ah, fuck. I'm wasted. So then our friends over at Sketchy Press had Brent Hatley on. And Sketchy Press is talking to Brent about how he's supposed to go on Stuttering John's show. And there was a little bit of a confusion with that.
And so you haven't done Stuttering John yet? That's later?
No, that's later. He confused Pacific time with Eastern time.
That's a shocker.
He's still doing that?
Yes!
Two years ago, we were making fun of him
Coach,
for that.
I don't even play every time that this happens. It happens all the time. He thinks that everybody lives in L.A. And if you don't, that's on you. It's like, how did you not know that noon my time is 3 your time? How did you not know that?
What a fucking idiot.
Isn't that great?
Dude, how many times?
So many times.
How many fucking
He doesn't learn.
times? Jesus Christ.
He does not learn. So then Sketchy talks to him about how John's going after us.
I guess on a previous episode, Carl on WATP said that John was fired from some show, and according to John, what he said, he's saying that Carl said he was fired for, quote, being a drunk, and so he's going to sue him for defamation or something. But I think John actually verbally said that about you, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I mean, not the drunk part, but
Yeah.
How funny is that? John goes, Brent said that he quit, but he was fired. John said that about Brent Hatley. And now he's pissed at me for saying that he was fired and didn't quit. Is that amazing?
Yeah, he's always got one finger pointing out and those three fingers pointed right back at him every
That's
time.
right. My attorney told me that when you judge others, those in glass houses should not be throwing rocks. This guy's the best.
Who are these